book, which is great, by the way, it details actually 16 components of explicit instruction. So it reminded me a little bit of Rosenshine's principles. So 16 components of explicit instruction. And this is a big question, and we'll do our best here. But I'm wondering if you can just kind of give us a little overview of what explicit instruction actually is.
First of all, Brock Rosenshine, know him, and a very important researcher on instruction. And some of his articles, actually, we will recommend that people read his principles of instruction. But if you look at it, they almost always could be divided into the design of instruction and the delivery of instruction. So the design of instruction, whether I was using explicit instruction in math or spelling or reading or science or social studies, it wouldn't matter the content. But in terms of design, number one, I'm going to teach critical content, something that's useful in the moment, useful in the future. I am going to break it down into to chunks that could be taught, and so I don't have cognitive overload. And my lessons are going to be organized and focused so that you know exactly what you're going to learn. You know, you've seen it being taught and demonstrated. You've seen it and done guided practice on it. And then I am going to have lots of practice to be certain that it moves from working memory to permanent memory. But along with that, I'm going to have delivery. And actually, Anna, when I go into classrooms, often I find that the problem is delivery. You want to get to frequent responses. You want kids to say things, write things, do things. You want to constantly monitor them, scanning the whole group, listening to individuals. You want to, based on your monitoring, give them feedback. It could be positive feedback in terms of praise, specific praise. It could be corrections if they've made an error. And you want to, this whole time, to have a pace that keeps moving along so that you could maintain their attention. So it's attributes of design, attributes of delivery, and no matter who the researchers were on explicit instruction, they often looked at it through design and delivery. Now, there are some words in this story that I would really like us to learn because we could use them all of the time. And this word is, let's read it by parts. The first part is con. What part, everyone? Con, and use the sound s. And the next part is sen. And the last part is trait. And say it really fast, everyone. Concentrate. One more time, everyone. Concentrate. One more time. Concentrate. Now, you remember in the story that some of the animals couldn't, what, everyone? Concentrate when the wolf was reading. Now, the word concentrate means that you are able to really think about something. You're able to put all of your attention on it. So when I really think about something and put all of my attention on it, I concentrate. What do, everyone? I concentrate. For example, if you were doing your math and you did one problem and then the next problem, and never looked up when someone came in the room, we would say that she knows how to, what, everyone? Concentrate. If you came to the library and sat down and you took out a book and you just read and read, even though he came over and she walked around you, we'd say, boy, you are able to put your thinking on it. You're able to put your attention on it. She knows how to, what, everyone? Concentrate. Get ready to tell me if this person in the pretend story knows how to concentrate. So you are reading in class and you just read and you turn the page and you read some more and you read some more and you read some more and you just keep reading. Does she know how to concentrate? Yes or no, everyone? Yes, okay? And this is pretend because it would never happen. So you start reading a page and then you look up at the clock and then you look down and then you talk over with your friends and you look back at the book. Does she know how to concentrate? Yes or no? She really does. That was just a pretend story. So once again, what is our word, everyone? Concentrate. Well, let's look at our next word. One more time with enthusiasm, everyone. The Great Depression. And it occurred in the 1930s. You probably already know something about it, but we're going to particularly look at the causes today, and then later we'll look at how did the government respond to the Great Depression. Well, first thing is, here we have the word depressed. And it is often used to talk about a person's affect, how they feel and are thinking. So everybody, show me if you were really depressed with your body, what you'd look like. Okay, show me definitely not depressed. Okay, show me really depressed. Show me not depressed. Okay, you got to do better on the not depressed. Okay, show me depressed. Show me not depressed. Stay there for the period. Now, if I am depressed, my affect, my emotions, the way I feel, would they tend to be good or bad if I was depressed? Which one, everyone? Bad, okay? And if I was depressed, would my emotions be going up or down? Which one, everyone? Down. So from our own experience of using that term to talk about how people feel, we know that it is not good, but it is bad. It is not going up, it is going down. And you could be in a state, if you were depressed, you could be in a state of what, everyone? Depression. Now, the term, as used in social studies, is an economic term to talk about our economy. And when it talks about our economy, let's use what we already know about depressed. Is the economy good or bad if there's a depression? Which one? Bad. Is the economy going up or down in a depression? Which one, everyone? Down. So it is a term we use commonly that is used in an economic way. So here we have depression, and it is a long period of what, everyone? Time.
What helps to keep a brisk pace? First, be prepared. Review the lesson ahead of time and add questions you want to ask to keep them engaged. Second, avoid digressions. In other words, avoid a lot of extra talk and stories that aren't directly related to the topic being taught. And third, have instructional routines for things you teach often. For example, if you teach vocabulary words, have a pattern for how you teach the words, as you saw in the video examples. In the video examples, many of the questions were quick and didn't require deep thinking. What about questions that take more think time? For quick responses, you can use choral responses where everyone responds together. But for longer answers and questions that take more thinking, you can have children reflect on their own, write responses, share with pairs, or talk in small groups.